Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the mess hall here at Dr. Jet Laboratories. Got a bunch of things I want to talk about this morning. First, I have been in contact with Big B. He left 3 words, but 3 words tells me a whole lot. Tells me, one, he's busy. He's quite busy. Tells me he'll be back soon. He's just on a temporary hiatus. He has other things he needs to take care of, and once those other things are taken care of, he'll be happy to get back and give us some real good meat and potatoes boating videos. So there you go on Big B. He's alive and well. He's just preoccupied. The JetCat 16. I think I've worked out how I want to do the motor mount. It may not be accurate, and I have a way to figure out if it will be. So here we go. When I design a boat, this is my design sheet, my sketch pad, if you wish. And in this case, zoom in here, and I start at the cross section through the sponson. And then I know I want the sponson 16 inches long, so I project it up here, and then I develop a top view of the sponson, and from that, then I can develop a side view, and then all of a sudden I got a 3 view. I got a top view, a side view. This was the one that I stuck Godzilla on there. I took this one up here and bent some lines around. This is okay, Godzilla. But that's what you can do. So, in developing the shape, because remember, that corner and that corner both are in 90-degree corners. So the shape of these things, because they're angled, you got to do these projection lines, and you got to offset, so these may or may not be entirely correct, because I'm trying to find points in space, and I may have missed a point. And if you miss one point, then it translates all to everything else. So it's either 100% perfect or fails. Prototype fail before you hit the trough of depression. So to that end, to see in the past, when I was doing all this laser cut business, I never really got a chance to test fit anything before it went into a production. And the reason is I have to have several large sheets of plywood to cut. Otherwise, the laser guy's going to charge me just as much to cut 3 little pieces as he would 3 huge sheets. Now that I control the laser, I can cut a couple of dummy bulkheads out of scrap balsa, glue some scrap balsa sides onto it. Bingo, I've got a 3-inch dummy section of sponson that I can use to test the fit of this and to make any little corrections necessary. And then I can do a better job of locating, at least angularly, the tabs that I eventually want to use on these things. So there you go, boys and girls. Until next time, jet out. Good morning again, boys and girls. After reviewing today's video, I realized I didn't tell you how this motor mount was going to work. And so I thought I would share that idea with you and see what you think. My plan is this. Now, this is all 16th plywood. My plan is to glue we'll call this bulkhead number 1 and bulkhead number 3 into the sponson at the right angle of dangle and the appropriate heat of the meat. There you go. And then glue the other one exactly 1/16 of an inch off of it, such that this will slide down between the two of them in a nice snug sort of manner. Not tight, but snug. And you can control the fit when you're finishing out the epoxy waterproofing. If it's too sloppy, put a little more waterproofing on it. If it's too tight, sand some waterproofing off. So you can get a good snug fit with this. Now the plan is, so you'll have these two glued into the sponson, and this one will just slip in and out. And I'm going to put a nut plate on the forward one and capture a 3mm lock nut so that you can bolt the motor up to this motor mount outside of the hull before anything's plugged in. You can hold the motor in your hand and easily attach everything, and then slip this whole assembly down into the hull, and with a single screw attach it, because this will fit nice and snug. It's not going to go anywhere, not at this size and power level. Now, as you go up in size, let's just say I expanded this thing to where it was, you know, a 42 or a 48-inch boat running huge power. This would this would just disintegrate. So, you know, strength is size proportional. So this will be plenty strong, and I can cut whatever shape I want in here. You know, like the little 700 new motors, their bolt pattern is 3 screws. I can make a motor mount for that. You know, it's just that easy. And I can make just one motor mount if I want. I don't have to do 3 sheets of motor mounts. So there you go, boys and girls. Oh, you know what? There is one other thing. So when I'm going to do this little box and get this thing, I eventually want to put tabs on here so that when you glue bulkhead 1 and bulkhead 3 in place, they'll be exactly a 1/16 of an inch apart. So you won't have to think about it. But, and here's the big but, I don't know if I need this much curve because I don't like how little area I have right. I got a 1/16 of an inch right there, and that's a stress riser. And it's not that it's going to be a problem once it's glued in place. Once it's glued in place, it's there, you know. In fact, it's just that much stronger through here. The problem is handling it before it's glued into place. It's going to be so easy to break it right there. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. So there you go, some thinking about the JetCat 16. I know you guys are anxious. So am I. We'll see. Until next time, Jet out.